Hello, I am Nurit, and I'm here again with Gabor Harsanyi. Hi, Gabor.
Hi, Nurit.
We received a wonderful question as a result of one of our videos that we posted on our channel. And today, Gabor is going to answer that question and hope you like it. So the question is, hello, Gabor, does psychological suffering still arise for you? Or did that end completely and there is permanent peace of mind?
Well, the short answer is, does psychological suffering still arise for you? No, that's the short answer. Um, the it's certain things are important to understand in order to be very practical about this question. That it's not a something that we get to, and then all of a sudden there's no psychological suffering. Stuff doesn't come up, and everything becomes hunky-dory, and we see life through a prism of pink color or something like that. So it's very important to understand that it's not a time-based something where in time we're going to get to this point. Uh, that no suffering is available to me, to you, and to everyone right now. We can switch into a different operational mode than we are currently in. The, the operational mode we're currently in on this level of consciousness is based on duality. I call it the contrast mind. And basically in contrast mind, we can't help but have conflict. So I could call it the conflict mind, and more stress, more and more conflict. So that non-suffering is available to everyone immediately. Uh, but the price to pay is that we have to step out of the mind-dominated modality. There is a mind-dominated modality where suffering is ongoing and sort of natural. It happens to everyone. Now, what is the other modality? The other modality that's available to us right now is a modality that's based on the intelligence that runs the body. There is an intelligence that runs the body that's already perfect, that's available to us. The common belief is that there is always something wrong, and something wrong in the outer world, in the inner world, and definitely there's something wrong with the body. At first, I need to clean up something or fix something in order to get somewhere. None of that is true. The perfection modality, if I might as well call it that, is available to us right now. We have to learn how to access it. The moment we access it, and it doesn't take very much time, in that modality, there is no suffering. Suffering only comes in the modality of the mind, where the mind goes up and down, good, bad, and the mind insists that we don't want the bad, we just want the good, and then there is a swing, and there is a natural suffering, and most people try to fix the mind in order to get to that place of no suffering. That doesn't even have to be touched. The mind has to be bypassed in order to access that perfection where there is no suffering, there is no karma. And so what happens that in the mind modality, I usually show it like this because it's horizontal, there's past and future, stuff like that. In the mind modality, we develop or acquire templates, thought processes that we use in our life. You know, we learn to learn how to play a piano is a template, for example. There's nothing wrong with a template. And there are templates that held together by fear, and hence there is suffering. Most of these templates in the mind are held together by fear. Now, what happens when we switch modalities into this into this perfection of the universe modality, right? What happens then is that the templates, we are still able to use the templates. You still can play the piano. You can still play tennis. You can still you remember everything you learned at university, stuff like that. But the structure that holds these templates together is going to change from fear-based to joy-based.
Mm.
Hence, there is no suffering. So suffering is not part of that modality at all. You can't suffer even if you wanted to. It's not part of it. All you have to do is access the existing perfection that runs your body. So that's, I had a short answer and a very long one. So
Yeah. You know,
hope it helps.
it reminds me, your answer actually reminds me of an incident that happened not too long ago. We were at the coffee shop working, and we were doing our practices as well. And we got to a point where we were really, really deep in that enjoy modality. And when we finished, we were about to head home. I just checked some of my emails, and it turned out that there was a huge mistake in my bank account. And it appeared like most of our money was gone for some reason. And normally, you know, in the past, I would really worry about it and I'd have anxiety. And I said, okay, Liv, you got to get home really fast. I got to get on the phone with the bank. But there was nothing like that. I was aware of that there was a problem, but there was no anxiety. There was no fear. There was no panic. There was an underlying peace in the midst of all this. And sure enough, we get home and I opened my bank account and all the money was there. Like over the period of from finding out about it and coming home, I don't know, maybe half an hour, it all got resolved by itself. I don't know how, I don't need to know how, but that's what happens. That same day, I don't know what was in the stars, but electricity went out, the computer went out, but instantly somebody came and fixed everything for us. So that's what happens. And I understand from what you're saying that the templates might be there, but the fear and the anxiety and the suffering is no longer there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I definitely understand the importance of this question because as more and more stress in this lifetime, the people are having more and more anxiety, and it's more and more important to know where to go where there's no suffering. So it's possible to reach that place without too much preparation or shifting personalities or something like that. Have to learn how to do that. There is no suffering in that reality at all. So that's really the answer. Was there another part of the answer there?
Just
or did
the end completely, we answered that.
Yeah.
And there is a permanent peace of mind.
Right. And that's very interesting. The question says, is there a permanent peace of mind? And that kind of implies that we deal in the mind and we make the mind peaceful, and therefore we have a peaceful life. We don't. That's the peace of mind is not good enough. Peace of mind is available to us at this level as a byproduct. But we're not happy with the peace of mind. We go further. We go to the peace of God, let's say, the peace of the universe is very different than the peace of mind. The peace of mind is not permanent. The peace of God is permanent.
Mhm.
So that's what I wanted to say with respect to the second
Right.
question.
That's a very good point. Because once we activate that part of us that is in joy and is the inner perfection that is not in mind, once we activate that, then it's a whole different kind of peace. And it is that part of us is a fractal of the universe.
Yeah.
So we're actually experiencing universal intelligence and universal peace, which
Yeah.
is not temporary.
Yeah, I heard the Bible quote from people who are religious, the peace that passeth all understanding.
Right.
And that's really what we're talking about.
Mhm.
So it's not a peace of mind that we are after, but as a byproduct, the mind also gets peaceful.
Mhm. Thank you so much. I hope this helps, and I will be posting it soon.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye bye.